rebound. They're a good rebounding team, and I think we got some transition baskets, and those are the main things we're really emphasizing.
What have you seen from the transfer guard Smith, three-point shooter?
Obviously, he gives them. Actually, I was on the conference call today with Brian was on right before I was, and they was talking about the ability to make shots and tough shots too. I think okay, run some screens, run some actions, run some plays, and put him at the end of it, and he can make some shots coming off of pin downs and fades and or replaces. So he can range, quick release, and one of those guys can just make a shot no matter how well you guard it. And those are good to have every once in a while. Now sometimes they can shoot you out of it, but he's a guy that can make some tough guarded shots when the team plays really good defense.
And that's something that they really didn't have when you played them last year.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think that's what Brian was saying too, as well. And they've improved with the 1-year transfer and the graduate transfer in a variety of ways there. I mean, they've got good players. They're transfers. There's so many players down there in that area that bounce backs are going to be a pretty rare, pretty common occurrence. When you got players, they generally time to come home. On transfers, bounce backs are good in player high concentration areas of players.
When you see a team that has that like three-point shooter from the wing, maybe not specifically this game, but is there a guy in your team where you're like, all right, Sterling's going to be the guy that we look to get on him, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, we start about a guy, and there's always a guy. I know everybody asks who's going to start on it, but I mean, we really want to be in a position that it's not one guy, and it's a team thing. And then obviously that one guy may not be in the game, and Sterling and Jay and Chris are not. Neither one of them's playing over 30 minutes a game, so it's going to be a couple guys that are on. But also in transition, broken plays, we switch some things. Everybody has to be able to guard him and know his personnel. I mean, that's a big emphasis for us this year, and I hope it's helped our defense. I actually was watching. I was at a clinic. I was speaking at what state was that in? Where was I? Wisconsin was speaking. Their assistant Greg Gard was speaking, and they were talking about guarding different people in transition. And not so much, you may pick up guard somebody different, but you will be guarding somebody different and knowing that, what you have to do when you guard somebody different in transition. So I wish it was that easy that same guy could guard a guy in transition, guard him the entire game. It just doesn't happen. And so you have to have other guys to do that. So it's really, really important. It was Illinois. That was the state I was in. Illinois was the High School Coaches Association.
You talk about the challenge